One of my debt is fully closed. That's the headliner for this update. I will walk you through in a second. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ross. Friends call me Sensei. Let's go. A quick reminder before we start. I am not financial advisor and this is not financial advice. I am simply sharing my personal experience, what I am learning and what working for me. So please don't blindly trust random information on the internet. Always do your own due diligence because it's your money at risk. This was pretty flat month, calm compared to previous one. But even in flat months, I managed to close one of my debt. And this is real achievement for me. I keep investing and improving my numbers step by step. Let's take a step back for a moment before I go source by source. If I had to describe this month in one line, the small stuff finally added up and it's moving me towards my goal. Emergency fund is at 500 now, up to 100, exactly half of my 1000 goal. No unexpected expenses either, small win which I will take. And if you build your own numbers too, tell me where you are at in the comments. Total investment are 3280. Total debt is down to 1500. I will break debt down in the next part. My net position is 1764. Last update it was right under 1000. That's a number I actually care because it's tell me if I'm moving forward or just moving money around. Quiet months, honest number, let's get into it. Total debt right now is 1516, almost 500 gone in one period. From regular payments plus one debt disappearing completely. PC debt, the one I am happy about, fully closed. That's the debt I mentioned at the start. One down, no more payment coming out every month. And the next one to go, if nothing change, is the garden tools. One payment away. I have repaired a bit under 80% of the total original debt across all four. And this actually great. Monthly payment across everything decreased from just over 420 to under 250. So closing the PC debt actually freed up a real monthly cash flow. This part used to feel invisible to me. Making those videos forced me to actually look at the numbers. That's when I understood how much these payments add up and how much it actually means when one of them just gone. Now dividend. I have put in 640 in total. Current value is just over 620, down roughly 2%. Holding are untouched and you can see it on the screen. As I always mention, this isn't about price swing. It's about the yield, around 4.5 average across these four. Dividend income so far is just over $1. Tiny, but it's the first clear cash this portfolio has paid me. Small, early, slightly down. That's what this stage of dividend portfolio looks like. Next ETF, and I want to be precise here, there is a detail worth explaining. I have contributed 640 total. Of that, about 544 is deployed and 96 is still sitting as cash. So the part that is invested is worth 555, up about 2%. You can check the holdings on the screen. They are untouched, broad market, tech, real estate, dividend focused. Okay, now crypto. I need to be honest here, it's messy and it's messy because of me. Total invested is 2000, current value is just over 1900, about 4.5% down. What I have managed to map so far, about 1200, sit across Bitcoin, Ethereum and Solana. That part I can show you clearly. The rest, around 700, sits in a handful of small coins from time when I just started. I put it on screen, pause if you want the detail. I am not naming those, it's too much, and this part isn't about coins, but about the mistakes and how this mistake is happened. The plan was around 3% of my total investment at the time, keep in high risky assets with high return probability. But you can clearly tell that 700 of my just over 3000 investment right now, definitely not 3%. So, how does a 3% plan turn to 21%? I had much more invested in stocks, and at the time when I bought the home, a big expenses came up, and the money from the investment went there instead. And my crypto portfolio I just left untouched because this portfolio was in the minus and I didn't want to fix it. If I don't sell, it's not a real loss yet. On top of that, I never wrote down when I bought or at what price. No dates, no cost basis. I couldn't cut this even if I tried because I never gave myself anything to look at. And this exactly what happens. So here is where I landed. I am not selling to fix it. I am letting dividend and ETF portfolio catch up with crypto. And after it, I will invest only in Bitcoin and Ethereum, not to this bucket. This bucket. The small coin bucket will shrink because everything will grow up. And that's plan for my own money. Totally not advice for anyone who watching. And on the 700 itself, I am totally aware of the risk and I know it could go to zero and I'm ready to lose it if that's how it goes. It is what it is. I promise you on the beginning of this channel I will show you everything how it is, not the cleaned version, and today that includes the part I would rather keep off the camera. And I just understand that I need to think about this part because maybe I need to fix it as a loss, not selling for now, but just stop counting it and leave in crypto portfolio only coin in which I will continue investing, Bitcoin and Ethereum. I am still not sure, but I will think about it. And let me know in the comment what do you think about this situation. Now let's put all three together side by side. Crypto is still the biggest simply because it started with the most money from the day one. Dividend and ETF are much younger, and I am adding to both every month to catch up them. Until they close in size, comparison crypto against the other two doesn't tell you much. Dividend and ETF, though, have the same invested amount. The dividend portfolio is down about 2%, with still almost no dividend income. ETFs, on other hand, are up about 2%. So far, ETFs invested money has done better than a dividend portfolio, but that's early days, under $1,000 in each. So if dividend is about income later, the ETF is about compounding quietly in the background, and so far quietly and slightly positive. That's just a number, not a real result. Only the decades of the investment will show the results. So it's still too early to conclude. And here is my honest takeaway for this month. I am still building the record I should keep from day one when I just start investing. One of my debt is fully closed. Overall debt is going down. My net position going up. Dividend and ETF is catching up with crypto, and crypto is still mess I am cleaning in front of you. Next month I will close one more debt, and I am down to 2 debt instead of 4. And that's the point to document this early. You get to watch how habits and structure get built, not the finished result. If you want to follow this, subscribe and you will see this happens in real time. Hit the like button, and if you have your own opinion on this, let me know in the comments. I will read all of them.